Hey everybody, I'm Laura Jean. Welcome to my channel, Laura Jean's Wreath Room. So I was just finished a tutorial. It's Thursday and I just did a wreath for you guys. And I said I was gonna do a cake, but I'm gonna save this for next week because it's the holidays. Happy Thanksgiving. And I'll probably be busy and I'll end up not doing a tutorial. So I'm gonna save this one for Thanksgiving. So I'm making it now though. So I'm ahead of the game. What? And I'm gonna do a chocolate cake. So I'm using, instead of using a styrofoam cake form, I'm using these boxes from Hobby Lobby. This is the super large one. And I want a big chocolate cake. So we're gonna use this. It's much cheaper than using these styrofoam cake forms. But before we start, I get a lot of you asking me how I pack my cakes to ship. That's something I usually show in my design group, but I'm gonna show you guys because I really didn't get into the fake bake cakes till last Christmas and Halloween, like right before Christmas, around Halloween, Christmas time last year. And I made a lot of Halloween cakes and I didn't ever list them because I didn't know how to ship them without them getting damaged. And fake cakes are not cheap. So I was not going to ship something I felt like would get damaged before it arrived. Now, if you're using a styrofoam cake form, you're going to do the same thing, but I'm using a hollow box. So on a styrofoam cake form, you're going to poke through the top, okay? I do the built-in pipe cleaners right into the cake. So I'm going to open up my box. And before we do that, I just don't feel like the bottom of this is, you know, all that sturdy. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a piece of foam board. I usually sometimes use like those little wooden discs and I'll drill through that. But I'm going to use a cake board or a Dollar Tree foam board just to make it a little bit stronger on the bottom. And I don't know, that's just what I prefer to do. So I'm going to get my Foamworks cutter to cut my foam board with. You can get that at Hobby Lobby or Amazon. And I'm just going to cut out a smaller circle. Put in the bottom. Oh, I just got very nauseous. Hold on, let me get a drink of my cocoa. Look at my little cup. Oh, well, I can't even tip it, it'll spill. Isn't it so cute? Home Goods, so cute. Okay, so now I'm gonna get my awl. And before I do that, I'm gonna glue this down. So I'm gonna get my glue and start gluing the crap out of it. Flip that over. Again, I'm just trying to make it a little stronger on the bottom. Push that down. I'm gonna poke with my awl. I'm gonna poke a hole in the bottom of this cake. This is a lot easier to poke through when it's styrofoam, so hold on a second. I can't get it through. Ow, I almost stabbed myself. Okay, be careful. You guys, I gotta hold it up while I'm doing it. Ow, I did. I went like that right down. Ouch. It's harder to push through this. I'm trying to make sure my hands are out of the way. Come on, you little booger. Go. I don't think my awl's sharp enough is the problem. Man, that was tough. I'm tired. Okay. So now I take 2 pipe cleaners. I'm going to take 2 pipe cleaners. So again, if you're using the styrofoam cake forms, you're just going to poke the hole with your awl right down through the whole styrofoam, then poke these through the top so they come out the bottom. Okay, so I got my 2 pipe cleaners. I'm going to poke that down through the bottom. I'm going to poke this one down through the bottom. And I'm going to hit that with some glue. Pull that tight. I'm going to hold that till it dries for a second or twist it underneath so it just stays tight. Okay, so now you have a built-in pipe cleaners built right into your cake. So now when you put this in your box, you're going to do the same thing in the bottom of the box. You're going to poke a hole in the bottom of the box. You're going to put your pipe cleaners through the holes in the bottom of the box, and then twist it off underneath the bottom of your box when you put your cake in the box. Poke the holes through the bottom of the box, poke your pipe cleaners through, twist it off, then cut them down, and then tape over the bottom of your box so these don't get stuck on something during shipping. Make sure you tape over it. And then that way, this cake is completely secure. So if your box is upside down, you know how the UPS drivers or delivery drivers are, no offense to some of you that are, I've had boxes that gotten totally dented and damaged, and things that arrived upside down, even though on all sides I write this side up with the arrow pointing up. Make sure you do that also. But this, just in case it's upside down or it's not wiggling around in the box. And then I also use, and I don't think I have any in here. Oh, this is on Amazon, and it's a bubble wrap. This you blow up. It gives you an air pump, but it doesn't blow it up. I'm getting a small compressor, and it's nice and thick. And I wrap the cake with that, okay? Nice thick bubble wrap, not that thin stuff, thick stuff. So then I'll wrap the cake with the bubble wrap. I make sure if there's sides, you know, like a spot on the side, I shove styrofoam. Even though this ain't gonna move, I still want to protect that cake. Again, these cakes are not cheap. This one's for my house. But I wanted to show you guys because I didn't sell a lot of cakes because of that reason, and I don't want you to have to do that. So that's how I pack my cakes and ship them. All right, so let's get back to the cake. Now, I also, with the Dollar Tree foam board, I cut a bottom. You can buy these already made in different sizes at Hobby Lobby, but these are $1 at the Dollar Tree. And before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and pop my pipe cleaners through this tube because I want it to be, this is a little trickier trying to line this up. So I kind of lay it down, and I think I want to hold about here. It's a little harder to line this one up. I should have put it down as I popped the holes through it so they were all lined up, and I forgot to do that. But I traced out a foam board bigger than my box because I want, and that one's about here. Let's hope it lines up in the middle. Let's pop it through. Now you should have put this down and popped it all through together because this is probably not going to line up right. But I forgot. Let's just pop it through. Let's see, how off-centered are we? We're very off-centered. That's okay though. All right, I'm not shipping this. This is just for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut those pipe cleaners. I just wanted to show you, and then let your customers know that they need to release their cake, they need to cut the pipe cleaners on the bottom of the box, and when they pull out their cake, they have to cut the pipe cleaners off the bottom so it's not, so it's nice and straight. But I'm just gonna go ahead and cut these off because again, this is for my Christmas displays. I just wanted to show you guys that. So then they're just gonna go ahead and cut their pipe cleaners off once they get it so their cake lays nice and flat. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and glue this down. Actually, I'm not gonna do that yet. That goes on at the end. Otherwise, I'll get stuff all over it. All right, and then again, before we start the next step, I just want to show you, I wanted to make little chocolate chunks. Now, this was a Model Magic clay. I don't know, I was gonna make a donut or something. I have no idea. This is really dry. This was from a while ago. But just take chunks of Model Magic clay or plaster, Paris, plaster, whatever that stuff's called. And I'm breaking it up in just a little pieces. I'm gonna do this now because I know I need more of them. I got some laid out on wax paper. And this is how I do mine. This is, you could probably use little styrofoam pieces too. They tend to cling a little more. I guess I should have did most of this and just showed you a little piece of it, because oh my God, come on, break it up. That's right, I'll just do the front side of the cake and I can finish the back later. But I cut these down to just small pieces to make little chocolate, like pieces of chocolate. And then I took some burnt umber, apple barrel burnt umber you can get from Walmart. And I just poured some in there. Make sure that they were completely covered. Then lay them out on wax paper to dry out. Because we're gonna use these as the chocolate little pieces on top of the cake. But I'll do this later. I got some already drying out right now. So let's get on to the cake. All right. So let me grab a tray. Actually, I'm gonna grab, where is it? Where is my tray? Oh my God, where is it? Sorry guys, I'm trying to find my little tray. I don't see it. Huh. I just had it out. Oh, I'm never prepared. I thought I had everything out I needed, and now I can't find it. It should be in the store. I'm not seeing it. Where's the tray? No. It was in the bottom one. I didn't look in that one. So sorry. Just my little lazy Susan here. All right, I have a piece of glass down too to protect my mat, because you're definitely gonna need some baby wipes or wipes for this. And I'm using lightweight spackling. So when I open this up, it's super white. So I'm not mixing paint in it, because I find when I mix paint in it, it tends to make it more runny. If anything, if it still looks great, I'll paint it when it's all dry white. But it looks super white, so I'm gonna leave it. So we're using lightweight spackling. And usually it's got a gray tint. It's pretty white though, so I'm not mixing mine with paint. I'm just gonna go ahead and use it. You're gonna take your little, I use this little butter knife looking thing. This is from Hobby Lobby in the bacon section. If you wanna mix white paint and make it more whiter, go ahead and do so. It tends to go, they tend to flatten down on me, and I don't like that. And the flour, if you put too much flour in it, it cracks. So we're gonna try it this way. So we're gonna cover this whole cake in spackling. That's our frosting. If you wanna glue this top down, you can, it's not necessary. This is gonna be a little bit of pain. This thing is huge. Let me point up a little because I like to kind of hold it towards me when I'm doing this. So you're just gonna start taking your spackling and rubbing it on there. I like to go, up and down. Whatever's the easiest for you, go ahead and get it on there. See how white it is? It's so much whiter than it used to be. Before it was like light gray. It's like, yes, they must know we're using it for bake bakes. I'm like, here, let me save you not putting paint in here and we'll make it more whiter. I don't know. Just looks super white than it used to. So you just want to cover this whole thing. What I'm calling frosting. This box is so big, it's hard to hold it. My fingers don't open up that wide. I just tend to find it easier for me to make cakes to hold it up towards me when I'm doing them. I don't know why. I had a little bit of some in there that was left over. I mixed in with the new spackling. And I can kind of see it. It's a little gray and this one's super white. Go away, old stuff. I shouldn't have mixed it. Yeah, this one looks grayer. Oh my God, I did this wrong. This is supposed to be chocolate. I was supposed to mix chocolate in here. We gotta wipe that off. I'm like, wait, Laura, you're doing a chocolate cake. Oh, you guys, I'm such an idiot. Okay. I'm gonna wipe this off. I'm gonna mix it up. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Can't believe I just did that. I wasn't even thinking. I'm like, why are you doing white? You're supposed to make a chocolate cake. I do want to do a white cake, but today was chocolate. Oh, all right. Well, this is what happens in Laura's world. All right, so we got our lightweight spackling. Ah, shoot. I don't think I need this much of it. All right, I'm gonna mix chocolate and I'm gonna use milk chocolate. I know I got one open, where is that? Again, I'm using the little apple barrel milk chocolate. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. And you know, if you don't wanna mix the paint, because it does take sometimes a lot of paint, you can just use the white. Wait for this to cure and dry. I mean, I would wait a while until it's nice and hard. And then you can just paint it that chocolate color. But once you get stuff on it, it's a pain in the butt, so. I was like, wait, my cake's supposed to be chocolate. Trying to get that bottom white up. All right, let's add more paint. All right, guys, let's mix it up. It's gonna take a lot of paint to get to that chocolate color I want. So because I know how slow I am at these cakes, I'm gonna mix this up. I'm just gonna put more brown in there. I'm gonna do, like I just did the white, all around the cake. Then you're gonna spread it all around the top, and then I'm gonna come back, okay? Because this is gonna take me a minute. And my videos are so long now. So let me get this mixed up. I'm gonna put the frosting on the cake and then I'll be back. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. We got chocolate. So I got all the chocolate on there. Once you get all your frosting, spackling on here, you want to take your knife or whatever it is you're using. If you don't have anything, you can also use a paint star or whatever you have. And then I just went along the sides very lightly and went up. Okay, so I went up with all, I already did it, so I don't want to touch it. All the way around to take off that extra spackling. This doesn't need to be thick at all. You're just wasting your spackling. Then I frosted the whole top, and then I just did lines, wiped off, line, wiped off, line, 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 just to make it more cleaner looking. So, but again, you can do your frosting any way you want. I'm just showing you what I did. So now we need to put the peanuts on here. I love those. And this is actually pet bedding. And it's like for small animals, birds, reptiles, pet bedding. It's called K-Cob, and you can get this at a pet store. I got mine from PetSmart. And it looks just like peanuts, doesn't it? It's amazing. It looks just like peanuts. Of course, I'm going to make a mess right now. I should have got a big tray or something. So I'm going to take, what did I just do with it? Keeps rolling up. A piece of parchment paper. Just to help catch some of those peanuts that are going to fall everywhere. And I'll just tuck it underneath here. And I'm going to start right along the sides. It's going to be hard for you to see this, but I'm only going halfway up. So I'm just going to take it. I wish I had a big enough bowl to fit that cake in. It's so big. And normally I would, if it was styrofoam, I would stick a dowel underneath it and do it right over because it's lighter. But this is heavy. It's a box and it's hollow, so the dowel's not going to hold it. But if I had styrofoam cake form, I would stick a dowel in the end, turn it sideways, and do it right over here so all the peanuts fell in. But I'm just going to lightly push them against the bottom, halfway up. I'm trying not to touch the chocolate too. You're gonna do that all the way around. This cake is gonna be gigantic. And I made one of these, I think last year. It's smaller. But I wanted a big cake, but I love high cakes, taller, so I was gonna do more on top of this, but it won't fit on my stand that I'm trying to make a bakery in here, and all my cakes are too tall for the stands. So I have to make this for it. So if I couldn't go too tall, we were going wide. Just making sure it's the same height all the way around. All right. Let me just move this over for a second while I grab this. A lot easier to clean up that way. I got chocolate on me. Let me just wipe it off. Now, I really can't pick this up and turn it sideways because everything's still wet. But I'm gonna try. I gotta show you. All right, we're gonna put this away for a minute, but we're gonna need it again. I'm gonna try to pick it up. See, so I got it going along the middle, all across the bottom. All right. So now, we're gonna get I'm gonna get my spackling, and we're gonna put some in a piping bag. And again, I'm not mixing any white paint in the spackling, just using the spackling. All right, so I have a piping bag, and I'm using like a medium star tip. It's got chocolate in there. All right. So let's get some in here. These things are so hard to open sometimes. So I'm just gonna take it out and put it right in my piping bag. Push it down. This is so white. It's so much whiter than, I swear it's whiter than it used to be. It used to have a gray tint to it. I'm loving this. I don't have to mix paint in it. That's awesome. Yay. Let's do a little bit more. All right. It's not enough. We'll just get more. Close that all the way yet because I might need it again. So we're gonna squeeze it all the way down. I'm gonna twist this off. I'm gonna set that there for a second. I think I'm gonna go ahead and glue this on now. So I'm gonna take my bottom board here. It's a lot easier to do when the cake is dry, but I'm gonna go ahead and put glue all over it. Is this on hot? No. I want hot glue because I am using, and now if you're using a styrofoam, you're gonna use low temp glue, but I'm using a box. So I can go ahead. You just gotta go quick. That glue dries so quick when it's on low. It's already dry. Let me get it on. Pick it up and line it up the best you can. Drop it down. I'm not that even. I can't even push it to get it tight. Stick in there. Maybe I should have put it on first. That's fine though, don't worry about it. I would have got chocolate and stuff all over that, so you can't really put it on first. I'm just trying to clean up some glue webs. All right, am I sticking off the back? It's fine. Okay, so now we're gonna take our white spackling frosting and we're gonna start frosting this. So I'm going to do, I think I'm gonna do, do I want it on the top or the sides? Kind of right on the edge. I'm gonna do a star. All right, so I'm just gonna squeeze it and go. Squeeze it and go. We're gonna do that all the way around. just trying to get comfortable. It's a big cake. Now, normally I would pause the video and finish doing this and resume it, but I'm just gonna do the whole cake. I don't know what my son's doing up there, but he's awful loud. Okay, so we did that all the way around. Now I'm also going to do it on the bottom along the lip of the whiteboard that we just put down. So I'm going to do it all along here. Now I didn't get this on very even, so it's very thin in the back, so I'll probably just do the front, which is fine because this cake will only be seen from the front. So I'm just going to turn it towards me and start putting that in. I'm going to do the same thing just like I did on the top. They'll probably be a little bit smaller. It's less room down here. And I'm thinking as I'm doing this, I should have glued my trim along the foam board first. So now I got frosting hanging down. Yep, I always work harder, not smarter. You'd think I would know this by now, but I just realized it. And I am going to go all the way around. I'll just make them smaller where the board is smaller. All right, well, that's good. All right, so let me try to pick it up and show you. Oops, I just stuck my finger in it, so it's just like that. Okay. Now, let me find my front. Now we're gonna do some more up on top. So I think I wanna do, oh, I wish this was a bigger. All right, let me look. And do one. Just want to make sure you're spacing them out evenly. So I got to keep looking at it. Just making like big whipped cream trees. this one's not that even. All right, now we're gonna do a big one in the middle. I'm just gonna make like a circle. And I'll do little ones around it. I didn't want it sticking up that high. Get down. Okay. Now I'm gonna take my peanuts and we're gonna add them in here before that dries. So we need more peanuts to the top. And I'm only gonna add them in the milk chocolate areas. So just along here. Okay, and then I'm going to grab those chocolate little chunk things that I made with the clay, and we're going to start adding them on top. But before we do that, I forgot I need my strawberries. They're not where I can see them. I almost forgot. And we're going to just place these on. Let me grab my strawberries. One, two. Now, these are the good strawberries from AC Moore. They're so much nicer looking than the Hobby Lobby strawberries. And I have just a few left. I'm so sad that DC Moore's. I'm never going to get over that. Love DC Moore. Alright, I'm just going to grab some strawberries. I don't know how many I need. Now, I'm going to grab, because I didn't mix any. Oh, do I have any? I'm almost out of, hold on, let me look. I'm almost out of the, what is it called? Oh my God, I can't think right today. Not the melted chocolate, the burnt umber. Normally I would have just dripped half of that in burnt umber. I would just dip it in the paint halfway up, but I'm almost out of it. I don't hardly have any, so I'm going to use some Tulip Slick paint, and I'm going to, let me move this over. Just going to put it around the bottom half of my strawberry. And I forgot to do this. I wish I had them already done. And then we're going to set those right in between. And do I want those facing out? Set that there. We're going to do these all the way around. And yep, you guys are going to watch me do it all. I like these better in the darker chocolate. So if I wanted them darker after this dries, I could just go over it with the burnt umber. Make sure you're pushing them down into the spackling so they stick to it. I love me some chocolate covered strawberries. Oh, I'm not gonna touch it. Leave it alone. That one got smaller, so let's do small ones over there. You guys, sometimes if you can't hear me, it's not that I'm telling you something. I'm just talking to myself. I know a lot of times people are like, I can't hear you, but I wasn't telling you nothing. I was just talking to myself. I do that all day long. And I'm gonna put a couple, I need 3. I need 1 more strawberry. Okay. So again, cover the bottom. And then I'm gonna put one right here. Let's do another one over here. Another one right there. All right, and then if you want, you can add chocolate drizzle to it, but I'm not going to do that. Then we're gonna go ahead and add the chocolate pieces all in the white frosting. These are still a little wet and drying, but I think it's gonna rain forever and ever and ever. It's been raining all day. I feel like every time I do a tutorial, it's raining. Oh, stop sticking to my finger. So just get these little chocolate pieces all around it. Wish I had smaller little ones. Oops. You can stay right there. And I'm also going to do these chocolate little pieces in the front on the bottom. So just get those in there. These are more like chocolate chunks, but it's fine. I know you can't see. I'm just putting them along the bottom. Now, I wanted this one to look more milk chocolate. I do Also did one in the burnt umber, which is like the dark chocolate, which is also so pretty in the dark chocolate. All right, so I think just add a few more. I just scraped the paint off that one. I'm trying to find teeny ones. I didn't really do too many small. Get off my finger. It's stuck to my finger because my fingers are sticky. Oh, I just covered it in the milk chocolate, so you're not even seeing it. Let go. Let go. There you go. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some on the top also. This is your chocolate strawberry cake. And it looks so real. This cake looks very real. Like, if nobody knew I made fake cakes, they would probably have tried to eat it and I would have killed them. I can't even fool anybody because they all know I do fake cakes. It's like, come on. You want a piece? It's not real. So, kind of, my fingers are sticky. Make sure you're pushing them down in there. So they're actually in that spackling. I need to wipe my hands off because they're so sticky that they're sticking to it. Then all we're gonna do is take some diamond dust glitter and sprinkle it around it, and it's all done. So let me get that. I'm just trying to wipe my hands off here. I hate when I get paint in my nails. All right. So I'm gonna get my diamond dust glitter. And I'm gonna lightly sprinkle it on top. And I like to use a spoon because diamond dust glitter will cut you. And it hurts. I had a piece stuck in my finger right in between where my nail is. It got in there and I couldn't get it out and it hurt. All right, so the hardest part is going to be to try to tip this cake and get the diamond dust on it. Well, I gotta try. This is when I wish I would have left those pipe cleaners on so I could have held it on the bottom. But I did not. And actually, I didn't even want it on the milk chocolate. And I just sprinkled it there. I only wanted it on the bottom on the white. But I sprinkled it there on the top and the bottom. So I got to get a little bit on the sides. See, the pipe cleaner on the bottom really helps you hold it while you're trying to do this too. So I should have left it on there until I was done. Okay, and it's all done. That is the strawberry cake. Hold on, second. I might go, just because I got so much extra chocolate pieces, put a little bit in some of these white outside ones. Like, not all of them. Skip a few. Every other one. I don't know. Sometimes less is more. But not with me. And who doesn't love pieces of chocolate? Chunks of chocolate. Oops, stick in there. Oh, stick. And now I say it's done. I'm gonna hold it up a little. There it is. Isn't it so pretty? Looks so good. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Happy Thanksgiving. And remember, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Don't forget to share. I love you guys. Have a great day, and I will see you when I see you. Bye, everybody. Haha, did you miss me? Miss me? Now you gotta kiss me. Just playing. You guys, I forgot to show you how to do the trim on the bottom of the cake. But I also did want to show you the difference in the milk chocolate to the burnt umber. This one's smaller. This one I did a while ago. And this is the dark chocolate. And this is also a smaller cake. That's the big box one. Isn't it so yummy looking? I love this one. And then that one's the milk chocolate that we just did. So that's the difference in them. So up to you what color you want to use. I will let you know that I did forget to mention, I did add in that milk chocolate paint, I added some burnt umber because it was taking forever to try to get to that milk chocolate color. So that one is burnt umber with milk chocolate. And I'm going to use this trim that I got from Home Goods last Christmas. But you could use rope or whatever kind of trim that you want to use along your bottom foam board that the cake is on. And like I said, I should have did that before I went and did the frosting because the frosting's going to be in my way. But I'm going to start at the back of the cake. Let me just move this one. I'm going to start at the back of the cake. I can tell I'm already going to need another glue stick. And I'm just going to start gluing along the foam board. Take your trim, line it up on the foam board, and push it into that glue. Ow, oh, it's on hot. Ow, that hurt. Yes, I always burn myself. Hello, I'm Laura Jean. I burn myself all the time. It's like I put the glue down and then I stick my finger in it. All right, hold on, because glue webs I can't stand. Get off me. All right, so we're just going to continue that all the way around until all the trim's on there. And it just makes it look more finished and party. My frosting's in the way. Ouch. Ow. Stop burning me. Sorry, I'm just trying to wipe that glue off too. just stuck my finger right into the frosting. Yay. Ouch, 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 ouch. Maybe I should put my glue gun back on low. Because, man, that's hot. Okay, so I'm just gluing all the way around and then I'll show you it. It really pops the red down to the bottom from the strawberries on the top. Well, my bakery is slowly getting there. He only got about, I don't know, 20 more cakes or cookies or cupcakes. Oh, I don't know if that'll be finished this year, but it'll be started. I'm leaving it up all year. I'll have dusty cupcakes by next year. Scissors. Oh, come on, just cut. So just add that, any kind of trim or whatever you want down on the bottom to make your cake look more finished. And like I said, it pops that red down to the bottom from the strawberries on top. Can you see it? All right. Now I can say bye, everybody. Have a great night. I hope you all have a blessed Thanksgiving. Don't eat too much. And I'll be live probably right after Thanksgiving to do a cake giveaway that I did a couple weeks ago on my YouTube channel. All right, guys, have a great night. Bye, everybody.